To welcome BikeNext 2026 Norton ManxR is the kind of motorcycle that reminds the world why Norton still holds a mythical place in motorcycling heritage. Today on BikeNext, we're diving deep into this modern classic racer built with the DNA of the legendary Isle of Man twinning Manx machines, but infused with cutting-edge British engineering. If you're a rider who craves old-school charisma with present-day aggression and precision, the ManxR might just be the bike that pulls you in at first glance. Let's begin with what strikes you first: the design. Norton has always excelled at blending heritage with modern craftsmanship, and the ManxR is no exception. The silhouette pays homage to the classic race bikes of the 50s: long tank, sculpted knee pockets, minimalist tail, but the execution is thoroughly modern. The frame is hand-welded, the bodywork is carbon fiber, and every line feels meticulously intentional. You get brushed aluminum accents, a polished swing arm, and a tank that looks like it belongs on a museum centerpiece. However, this isn't a showpiece, it's built to be ridden hard. The clip-ons are set aggressive but not punishing, the rear sets are adjustable, and even the sadly low track focus seat has just enough padding for real-world road use. Powering the 2026 ManxR is Norton's latest iteration of their 961cc parallel twin, tuned for sharper response and a richer torque curve than earlier versions. It produces a claimed 92 to 100 horsepower depending on the market, but the real magic is in the torque delivery. You get that big twin punch from as low as 3,000 RPM. Pushing you forward with the throaty, mechanical growl that feels unmistakably Norton. The engine now features revised cams, lighter internals, and improved thermal management. Fueling has been remapped for smoother mid-range transitions, making it both more predictable and more eager when you twist the throttle. One of the standout upgrades for 2026 is refinement. Norton has focused on smoothness and reliability without compromising character. The gearbox feels tighter, shifts are cleaner, and the clutch engagement is more progressive. Combined with the updated ride mod Road, Sport, and a customizable track profile, you can tailor the ManxR to whatever stretch of asphalt you plan to devour. Road mode is gentler, ironing out throttle inputs, while Sport transforms the bike into a snappier, more urgent machine. Track mode, with traction control dialed down and throttle response at its sharpest, unleashes the raw personality that riders expect from a retro racer. Handling has always been a critical part of the Norton identity, and the ManxR continues that legacy with premium components everywhere you look. The chassis geometry is tight, making the bike feel nimble yet stable even at high lean angles. Up front, you get fully adjustable Öhlins neck forks, while the rear features the renowned Öhlins TTX monoshock, both tuned specifically for the ManxR's weight and power distribution. This suspension setup gives the bike an almost telepathic steering feel. It's quick when you want it to be, but composed and confidence-inspiring through long sweepers. The brakes are equally serious. Twin Brembo-style EMA calipers up front bite into large floating discs, giving the ManxR man-stopping power with precise lever feel. ABS is corner-sensitive, controlled by a modern EMU that also manages traction and will lift. The electronics package may be discreet and no massive TFT screen, no flashy minutia, but Norton intentionally kept things classic. You get a compact, higher-resolution display with vital data, clean switchgear, and an overall cockpit that feels purposely analog-inspired while still delivering essential modern functions. Despite its performance orientation, the ManxR also acknowledges real-world riding. The seat height is approachable, the low-speed balance is surprisingly comfortable, and engine vibrations, although still present, are more refined than in previous Norton models. The exhaust note, meanwhile, is the perfect blend of classic rasp and modern richness, making every ride feel emotional without being overly loud or intrusive. Visually, the bike is an absolute stunner. The fuel tank is handcrafted and painted with deep, lustrous tones, offering optional heritage racing stripes. The carbon front fairing, styled to evoke old-school race number plates, gives the ManxR an authentic motorsport aura. The rear cowl is minimalistic, exposing just enough of the frame and suspension to create a raw mechanical beauty. Even the wheels' lightweight forged aluminum carry a vintage-inspired spoke pattern with modern rigidity. This combination of classic design and advanced materials is what sets the ManxR apart from most neo-retro bikes that either lean too modern or too nostalgic. Norton strikes the perfect middle ground. On the road, the ManxR feels alive. It's not the bike built for casual commuters, it's for riders who want involvement, emotion, and craft. Every input matters. Every gear shift feels like a deliberate mechanical event. Yet, thanks to modern engineering, it never feels crude or outdated. Instead, it feels like the best version of a classic sport bike brought into 2026. Unique selling points. First, craftsmanship. Norton still builds these machines with a level of hand-finished detail that few manufacturers can match. Second, heritage. The ManxR name carries a man's racing legacy, and Norton echoes that history without resorting to gimmicks. Third, the riding experience is authentic. Where many retro bikes feel overly sanitized, the ManxR retains character while delivering modern precision and safety. And lastly, exclusivity. This bike isn't mass-produced, each unit feels like a bespoke creation. As for pricing, the 2026 Norton ManxR comes in at around $22,000 to $24,000, depending on options and market. Yes, it's premium, but Norton isn't competing with commuter machines. It's targeting collectors, enthusiasts, and riders who want something rare, emotional, and deeply connected to motorcycling's golden era. So if you're looking for a motorcycle that merges breathtaking craftsmanship, evocative design, authentic British performance, and heritage that echoes through racing history, the 2026 Norton ManxR stands out as one of the most compelling retro racers available today. It's not just a machine, it's an experiential one that invites you to ride, admire, and appreciate what a performance-oriented classic can truly be in the modern age. Thanks for watching BikeNext. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2026 Norton ManxR, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more upcoming reviews of the world's most exciting motorcycles.